So hey there everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Rich Charpentier, I'm the channel host. And as always, thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a few minutes, taking a little bit of your day to visit in here. I really appreciate it. So normally here for regular subscribers, I do a lot of drone talk. We do a little bit of generic tech talk too. And once upon a time, I did a lot of travel stuff here. But mostly it's about, this channel is about building my own drone business, sharing some of my insights with you and helping you along with getting your business up and going too. Uh, a couple of weeks ago, I actually went out for a flight with a subscriber from the channel. That's how we met, and another local Arizona person. And we went out and did a flight, and we were talking about some different things. One of the things that this guy brought up while we were out was, how are you tracking all of this afterward? I'm doing different flights, progression reports. How am I logging and keeping track of my drone's health and my batteries? Now, I think on my previous channel quite a while ago, we did something on Airdata, but I wanted to come back and talk to you about one website that I use that really helps me kind of look back, organize what I've been doing with my drones, make sure that the drones are still doing well, checking my batteries, all those types of things. And when I first got my Part 107 in 2017, I signed up. The name of the company at that time was not Airdata, but I'm going to go look over on the screen now because this is what we're going to be talking about the whole time, and we can minimize my image now. They had a different name a while ago, but then they updated it to Airdata, and I signed up with them right when I got my Part 107. I liked what they were offering. And what they're offering is an interesting way to log your drone flights and also check out your drone's performance. And you can even track your maintenance and everything with this. So if you haven't developed a process or plan for each of your flights and for monitoring your drone's health, I think Airdata is a big help. So one of the things to note, I use the DJI Go 4 app. I use Litchi, I use Map Pilot, I use Ground Station Pro. I use all these different apps. Most of them actually work with Airdata just fine. You can synchronize your drone flights to DJI, and you can connect your accounts back to Airdata. So what we're looking at here on screen right now, we're looking at my logs, and I'm looking at a particular date. This was September 21st at 7:33 a.m. This was for one of my jobs, and this is one of the automated flight paths that I use for doing that job. Now, what's really interesting on here, so we've got that September 21st, and we can take a look at the general. We've got a lot of buttons here that Airdata offers. So I'm just looking at the general one for the moment. I've got my information on my flight, the name of my drone. So I have a drone named Foe and a drone named Foe2. My airtime, 5 minutes and 10 seconds for this flight. Takeoff battery was at 55%, and when I finished, we were landing it at 32%. Here's one of the things I really like right here. Mavic 2 Pro, iOS, Litchi 2.6.7. It actually tells me the app that I was using to create this. Also gives me my mileage over here on the right, so 3,245 feet. My maximum distance from the controller was 975 feet. My maximum altitude, 168.6. And my maximum flight speed, 31.43 miles per hour. And also my battery temperature, and then tips and warnings. Now, one of the things you can do on this main screen, you can download a Kml Csv, the original data. So that's awesome. We can also look at the details, notifications, so details of the flight, the information of where it took place, notifications. So here we are looking at my battery percentages through the flight. And then the large map I like a lot, and it shows me my battery through the flight as well again. So there you go. That gives me a lot of information about that particular flight. I'm going to go back over to overview. We could also look at the power. So it has our flight time, our total mileage for that particular flight. So minutes per battery, how's that battery doing? And you can get really in depth with some of the reports here. Now, what I wanted to do next over on the left-hand side, I'm going to click on September 21st at 8 a.m. because I want to show you a different flight path. If you don't recognize this, this is a flight path for doing an orthomosaic for me, or potentially a 3D model. And so we've got our information again. The flight time on this one was 11 minutes and 21 seconds to complete it. The takeoff battery was at 95%, and the landing battery was at 50%. Here's what's really cool. Once again, Mavic 2 Pro, iOS, but this time it shows that I was using Map Pilot to generate this particular ortho. So Airdata is not only tracking this for me, it's telling me the apps that I used. So very quickly I know, hey, yeah, that one was probably for a 2D or 3D model. And then over on the right side, 4,039 feet of coverage. Maximum distance from the starting location was 825 feet. Maximum altitude was at 200.8 feet. Also our battery temperature, tips, and warnings as well. Once again, we can go over to the details. We can go over to that large map, and we can come back to our overview. We can actually look at power for that flight. So there we go. And so that was a longer flight. Sensors, I don't think there were any warnings. So there we go. We can see if we had any warnings on signal strength. As you can see up here, they've got the signal map. Green is good, orange is fair, red is poor. Purple is very poor. And then you can do signal score, GPS, how are we doing there? You get the idea. I'm going to go back to the signal map here, and I'm going to go back to that general again. And we have a lot of options in here. So number one, we can download all of our flights if we need to store things. This is a great way to keep track of what you've done for your flights and your flight time with your drones. You can also take a look at all of your batteries, so you can see how the batteries are doing, and when the battery was purchased, when it was manufactured, and how it's doing overall. So we got the overview, we've got usage on it, we've got flight history on it, and then we can merge things together. You can also track your drones, and you can track your maintenance. And if you look over on the left side, so we've got drone maintenance items, we've got battery maintenance items, and then in the center it's telling me, what's coming up, what's not quite due yet. They do have additional reports that I did not sign up for, and so I'm just going to go back to my flights again. And now they're also offering this new free drone forecast that I haven't tried out yet, but I'll probably try it in the near future. Bottom line, so Airdata UAV is a fantastic place for tracking your drone usage, coming up with your own maintenance plan for your drones, tracking your batteries, tracking how hot the batteries have been. You get the idea. So there's a lot of possibilities and power here with Airdata. And so the reason why I bring them up, in addition to flying with someone else the other week, I also had gotten my reminder that it was time to renew my subscription with Airdata, and I didn't even give it a second thought. I absolutely wanted to renew that subscription immediately because this has been such a valuable tool for me. Now, I don't work for them. I don't have affiliate links for them. So this is an unbiased user's perspective. This is a very valuable tool, especially if you're going to be flying a lot and you want to track your maintenance, you want to track your batteries, and you want a little more information about your flights. Like I said, what was really fantastic here is I can actually tell the difference between what apps I'm using and get an idea of my overall flight time, because Map Pilot tells you, oh, it's going to take this long. Then it slows down and it takes longer. Well, I can actually go back to Airdata afterward and I can find out, all right, this is how long it took afterwards. So when I get back to the office, I synchronize everything. All this gets synchronized to Airdata and has all these great little reports for me. They have different account levels. So depending on how much information you want, they've got different account levels for entry-level folks or for high-end pro folks. My account's somewhere in the middle right now, so I don't have all the features turned on, and that's okay. I know that they're there and available to me if I need them down the road. All right, everyone, so I hope that this one was useful and interesting for you. I've seen a couple of videos out there about Airdata, but I thought I'd share my experience with it and show you a couple of the features. There's a lot going on here, and I also believe that they do have have a test account, a trial period. So if you'd like to give them a try, I'd say pop on over. So it's airdata.com, and you can start taking a look around and see if this service might fit into your drone business. All right, everyone, I'm heading off now. And as always, have an awesome week. We're here on a Monday, start of the week, and I hope it's a great week for you. We'll see you again in the really near future.